Hi everyone, welcome back to Silver Hill, and my name is Kevin, and today we're going to discuss what I've come up with as the 3 B's of life. All through our lives we go through basically 3 stages, and they each start with B. This is basically all B. Shit. But anyways, I'm just making this up. Anyway, the first one is BF. What we are most consumed with in our needs and wants when we first start on this journey of life is baby food. That's it. And that's what we really need, is baby food. And then later on, we get older, and then what are we concerned about? The second stage of life is when we go through our teenage and our early 20s and 30s, when we're thinking about how do we fit in socially, finding a mate, finding some of this thing, and that stage of life, I call it the BO stage. It's where really all you care about, in a sense, is your body odor. Is my breath good? How's my armpits? Do I smell all right? Am I nice and perfumey? Am I going to be pleasant to this person when I show up next to them? Are they going to shun me from their social group just because of BO? Okay, the last and final stage is what I call BM. Now, we all know what BM is. In fact, if you're an older person and you're like me, you're hitting into the senior years. I guess I am. I'm a senior, yeah. Not a super senior yet, even though I may look like one, but I am in the senior years. And you're going to find, if you're a young person, that's basically, it can come up at Thanksgiving dinner. It can come up in the strangest places. All of a sudden, you're talking a BM. And the BM stands for bowel movement. And it's like, why do older people talk so much about bowel movements in their latter part of their life? Well, because they become very crucial. And I know that I can just see one of my kids rolling their eyes now, thinking, why bring this up? Why talk about that? But I remember growing up, being around the table or wherever, and I can remember my older aunt and my other aunts and my mom, and they all would all talk about, like, oh, I'm having pain when I go down here, and it's not quite, this way. It's not as firm as I'd like it to be. And, when I eat that doesn't work. And that's all we talk. In fact, I just, someone came to visit me not too long ago, just yesterday, sorry. And I had seen them for, 4 or 5 years, actually, since my dad passed away. And there we were. I mean, this person was older than me. I'm probably in their late 70s. And before you know it, after we were all gathering up, we were talking about our gallbladders and how we had surgeries and how it was like before and how we eat now and the trouble we're having if we eat certain things. And even, I'm trying not to go into details here, but if you're an older person, this is normal. And you're going to say, well, excuse me, why is it normal? It's normal because BMs really matter. When you get older, when you try to schedule your day, when you have to go to work or you have to take a long trip, and if you get up that morning and it's based on the day or the day before of the things you've eaten, if you get up that morning and you're not ready, you don't go at your scheduled time, whether it's 5 o'clock in the evening or 8:30 in the morning or 12, I don't know when it is. If you don't go at your time, it's a big issue because it interrupts your life. It really does. And if you've eaten the wrong thing, and you also struggle, like myself, I have diverticulitis. Those are pouches in the bowel, and they can really affect you. If you eat the wrong foods, there's compaction that happens, and they are painful. I mean, they are extremely painful. It's just like, you can just, and you end up having colonoscopies, and they're taking polyps out, and they're checking for things, and well, because your bowels are so important. This is not a commercial for some kind of some kind of medicine or something, snake oil medicine. But they become very important when you're an older person. So the last stage of life, if you can call it that, for most people, I mean, yes, there's people who have conditions that happen earlier in life. I know that. I've met a few. And it's sad, but you do lose a lot of freedom. It takes away your freedom. It takes away your spontaneity in so many things. Because you're like, well, let's just jump in the car and go. You're like, oh, well, I'm having a lot of pain today because I had too much fiber yesterday, or I hit the French fries too hard and the white bread, or whatever. Our bodies are all different. And I know this is probably going to be a great, all the commercials on this one will be like, have this fiber, and have this muffin, and have this cleansing and all this. I'm not here to sell that stuff. I'm just saying that once you get older, once you, like, I'm in my 60s, and it does become a bit of a chore and a challenge to deal with this, because before I could get up in the morning, if I had something I wanted to do or go to work, bang, oh, there was your feet hit the floor and away you went. No big worries, and everything worked like clockwork, sort of, so to speak. Except though I did have decades of problems with gallbladder issues. And yeah, there's all this comes into play. So when you hear older people talking about the BM stage of life, now you know why. Because it becomes so important. Because pain is bad. And there's things that, even gas, even the smallest amount, what we call gas, and like the bacteria releasing, if you have the wrong thing, or it's not that you've got lactose intolerance, all this stuff, it can cause tremendous pain. You lose sleep, you can't do the things you want the next day, you can't travel. It's a big issue. Anyways, those are my 3 stages of life. BF, baby food, and then you go through your BO stage where you're concerned about your body odor, and then the final stage is the BM stage of life, unfortunately. But yeah, so that's what this is all about. You guys have a good one, and no pun intended. And we'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye.